California. Nowhere are the tuners as crazy as in and around LA. Motorcycle designer Ola Stenegard knows where the hottest bikes are made here.
Welcome to Los Angeles, from Mayor Garcetti, who sent us a warm greeting for a parking violation. We parked the motorcycle, a BMW S1000R, overnight on the sidewalk. That cost us a whopping $68. But that should be the last somewhat unpleasant experience here. We are on a road trip for 4 days. Next to me is Ola Stenegard, in my opinion, a gifted designer. Ola, where are we going first?
I thought we'd start where I always start, when I'm in Los Angeles, and that's at Roland Sands.
Roland Sands, the world-famous customizer, so it's great that we also have an R9T with us. Roland has already worked on it.
It's off to South Hollywood. Ola Stenegard studied design in California. Time and again, he returns here to get a lot of inspiration from the streets of LA. Since 2002, the Swede is constantly causing a stir. And in around 2015 with his show bike, the BMW R5 Homage in the 30s style. But he can do other things too. The futuristic super sports car S1000RR also comes from Ola's pen, as well as the nostalgic icon R9T. In 2013, Stenegard sets himself a memorial with this. At the beginning of our road trip, Ola leads us 1 hour south of Hollywood to Los Alamitos. There he immediately goes to his buddy, Roland Sands, the world-famous designer and customizer. Ola is looking forward to seeing Sands, and together with him, he developed the very successful look of the R9T. The two see each other regularly. Ex-racing driver and designer Sands is world famous as a customizer and for his high-quality accessories. Sands was just as involved in the nostalgic design of the R9T as in the original American flat bar concept 101 and many other show bikes of all brands. Sands built a racy Harley for his buddy and client Anthony Kiedis of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, an outrageously expensive one-off, with which the famous rock singer has since cruised enthusiastically around California. Roland admires Ola's visionary motorcycle design.
Ola's super open. I mean, he really sees things like way ahead of time. You know, he's visionary in that respect, but he also, I think, brings it back to today and knows how to apply it so that it's consumable, so that people get it. And you know, I think Ola's kind of a guy that's ahead of his time, but also he's got the ability to understand today too and how to apply that design.
Roland surprises his buddy with the R9T Classic, a mega hot custom bike.
It's the fastest nineT I've ever ridden.
Really?
Yeah, for some reason works phenomenal.
Better than Concept 90?
Yeah, way faster. This thing just wheelies, dude, like no other nineT I've ever ridden. It just goes, yeah! Maybe because it's lighter, too.
Ola is impressed. With the pre-war style R9T Classic, Roland is setting the common baby, the R9T, even further into the past. California, nothing is impossible here. Next to it is the eccentric Cafe Tracker, also based on the R9T.
The R9T, I think it's proven itself to be a really easily customizable platform, and that was the goal, I think, that everybody had from the beginning. It's cool that we could play a part in it, you know, the Concept 90 build with the new bikes that we're building, and just continue to kind of dive into what the nineT can be, what we edit, what we don't edit, I don't know, it's exciting to me because it's like every bike we build is a brand new bike.
Roland Sands transforms off-the-rack motorcycles into shrill one-off pieces. In the showroom, you'll also find worldwide sought-after high-gloss accessories from the R9T. Again and again, the designer is actively involved in the new BMW models. Most recently, he created the snow bike Concept 101, which later became BMW's Flatbagger K1600B. Ola was also thrilled with the orange Concept 90.
Design has to work, performance has to work, that's a complete package. Everything has to fit. But design is super important, even if you don't think of it in the first place. Extremely important. Customizing, that was born here. Everywhere you drive around, you can see traces of custom culture. That's old, that's 30s, 40s, 50s, and it lives on today. You can really feel it in your heart when you drive around, and visit people, and visit places.
Downtown LA, the Arts District near 6th Street is bursting with creativity. Local hero Magnus is world famous as a Porsche punk, petrolhead, and fashion czar. He loves the hip district near the cemented Los Angeles River, and he loves to press the pedal to the metal.
Let's get out and drive, pedal to the metal.
277 is Magnus's favorite Porsche. With dreadlocks and a flowing beard, he drills through the streets of LA. On his home run, Angeles Crest Highway, or through the deserts of the world. The main thing, in the rear, a powerful boxer shouts hoarsely, and the performance is right. Like with Roland Sands, the Californian spirit also lives in the Porsche punk.
LA is a perfect place to be if you're a driving enthusiast, and it's a perfect place to do whatever it is you want to do.
Porsche punk meets custom culture. Ola Stenegard meets Magnus Walker, the wild customizer with a cowboy hat, Alan Stulberg from Texas, and Roland Sands, a colorful troupe of petrol heads.
It's really unbelievable. Everything from clothing line and the cars, everything carries his stamp. And somehow it all comes from this custom spirit, this typical California, LA spirit. Magnus is a thoroughly positive character. That's really inspiring.
A day with Magnus saves on every self-discovery course. The bikers are spellbound by his words and learn how he has built his fashion empire with famous labels such as Serious or Urban Outlaw on his own philosophy.
I don't know, I mean, I'm not the 5-year goal guy, 10-year goal guy, where you're going to be guy. I'm like, do what you like to do and keep doing it.
Coolness and instinct are probably what counts when you work out of a 2,600 square meter loft in the middle of LA. You don't see it with him, but Walker is one of the richest in his neighborhood. From the roof, Magnus shows his amazed guests the surrounding city center. The car maniac obviously likes the motorcycles.
Bikes look pretty good from up here.
Overall, the design, I love.
Also, Alan Stulberg is a positive, crazy guy, one of the many young, wild customizers. And Alan is considered a skilled craftsman. However, he is still an enfant terrible of the scene. His designs provoke, like when he turned a Ducati into a kinky sidecar bike. His revival cycles are based in Austin, Texas.
I like to say that I don't really customize, I just can't leave anything alone. I don't even like to say customize them anymore because it's just almost, yeah, that's what everybody does. Everybody tries to make their own thing. And in the car culture and motorcycle culture, certainly it gets a term and it gets a thing. But I mean, I customize my clothes. I'll customize whatever it is. I have my boots or any of that stuff. I think that certainly taking everything that's yours and making it your own should be encouraged no matter what it is.
Alan Stulberg also appreciates Ola Stenegard very much as a BMW designer, although he moves in another world in the large enterprise.
Ola is, he's this great mixture of clean European, Swedish, and even German. And then he's got this fascination with the dirtier American culture of customizing and American stuff. In a way, I'm actually a lot like him. I come from the American, dirtier culture of customizing, and I have a fascination with clean European design, right? And very, very polished design and simplistic subjects. So I think Ola and I are coming from completely different directions, but somewhere in the middle you kind of meet in the same place.
But enough philosophizing for now. Magnus wants to finally see the bikes in action. The motorcycle freaks don't need to hear that twice, and in no time at all, tire smoke hangs in the air. The performance smells and the mood is rising, especially with Roland and Alan.
Hey, you want to make motorcycles great again? Yeah. I think we should do that.
Yeah. Grab American the pussy.
Grab motorcycles by the pussy.
Magnus is impressed by all of this.
You know, it's a pretty seamless design. Seems to be a lot of detail has gone into that bike. And I really love what Roland did with his version of it. You know, just so much integrated from a design element and vast amounts of detail there. So I can relate to what is in that bike and the customized version, because ultimately I think we all share the same passion, the passion for design and self-expression and the way we interpret what we think here into whether it's on 2 wheels or 4 wheels. So it's been great hanging out with those guys and actually getting to meet the guy that designed that bike, and obviously spending a little bit of time with Roland, who's obviously done his own interpretation and made something that's really, really unique and identifiable. So I think those guys did a spectacular job.